this video we're gonna cover custom code tricks that you can add to your GoHello website and build sites like this. Now I've been living in the GoHello website builder for nearly 2 years now, and this video will showcase all of the best tricks that I've found to make your site look more premium, okay? And in the end I'll give you a little secret project I've been working on completely for free, so let's just get into it. Alright, so we're gonna go through these 5 different things. First off, I'll show you a black and white gradient button. Then I'll give you a dashboard graphic that you can use to your website for free if you join the Discord. And then how you can apply gradients to your text and backgrounds, which is probably the most important things. And then lastly, I'll show you a cool mortgage, missed call text back and review calculators. So first off, the gradient button. You're just gonna copy this code and apply it to your GoHello custom CSS. Then add the button here and apply grad bottom v3. And obviously it looks terrible right now, so what we're gonna do is change the background and the fonts to black. Then if you want to add shadows and borders, if you want to have more round corners, go right here, apply full border, change the border color to transparent and the radius to, for example, like 10 pixels or 50. And as you can see, when I hover over it, there's this white thing, and how you fix that is just take the border off. It still has the soft corners. And if you want to add shadows to this thing, just go right here, box shadow, change this, for example, 0 and 0, and the blur to, let's say, 10, let's say 20, and the color to white. There you can see this little glow effect, and it's super cool. And let's put an inner shadow into this thing. Let's put 0 again and blur to, let's say, 10. And here's the final product. Obviously you can change the copy to whatever you want. Let's say learn more. Okay, that's that. Let's go over to the next thing, which is a dashboard graphic. You can get this completely for free if you join the Discord, like I said before. Just go right here into this Canva page, share, download it as a transparent background, and let's do a full width section, 1 column, element, image. Usually you can apply it to your website. There. This is an essential graphic to have in your website. It gives your potential clients a expectation of what the user interface of your software looks like, and usually we would like to have it, you know, under the hero section. I'll show you a quick little example. This is my SaaS dark mode v2. You can get it for at www.flowit.com/store. Like I said, here's the hero section, which is the main section of your clients when they land on your page. And here's a example of the SaaS dashboard. But let's click this off and show you the gradient text. Just copy this custom CSS code and let's do another section, full width, 1 column, headline. How you're gonna do this is make sure that the font weight is set to at bold, and what word you want to highlight, make sure it's bold right here. Then you're just gonna copy the custom CSS code right here, gradient bold text. Obviously you can change the RGBA colors to your liking, to your brand colors. And then, like I said before, we highlighted this specific word. And let's just go right here to the custom class, type in gradient bold text, and let's just, for the sake of this video, change the background to black and this to white. Now if you want to, let's say, highlight this word, just go right here, make this bold. Then the background sections. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to Canva, create a design, make it 1920 to 1080. Once you're here, you're just gonna go to elements, and let's say I want black and cold background. Go to photos, search for what you're looking for. Let's say I want this, make it 1920 by 1080. Just go right here and download it. As you can see, I tried to download it, but it says there's only one image or graphic on your design. So what we're gonna do is just go right here, adapt this and make it super small. And then we're gonna download it. Then you're gonna go back to your Go High Level website builder, go right here to background, and just upload the background right here. Boom. And we're just gonna make these transparent so that it looks nice. And boom. Backgrounds are probably the most important thing to nail in your website design. But just make sure that the background doesn't distract the user. So let's just make this background light fade, so the background color to black, and for example half fade. So as you can see, there's still the gold lines, but it doesn't distract the user that much. Then onto the juicy stuff. I'm gonna show you 3 different calculators that you can add to your website. So let's just make another section right here and add a code element. Copy this code, you can get it at Discord for free. Go right here, open code editor, paste it, save it, and let's preview it. And here is the mortgage calculator, fully functional, really good selling point at your website. Really professional. As you can see, it works. Let's put some random numbers here. So I don't know what this stuff is, to be honest with you. But then we'll add the ROI calculator. So we're just gonna do another code element right here. Let's actually delete this one so it doesn't distract us. Open code editor, go right here. Just follow this guide. As you can see, you have to paste a prompt to ChatGPT. Copy this, go back to the code editor, paste it, and let's preview it. Boom. Here it is. Obviously you need to tweak out the code a little bit so that it says your agency's name instead of your agency's name. Just follow this Google Doc guide and it'll be customized to your liking. Let's just put like average client value is $1,000 and the business misses 15 calls per month and close rate like 30. Let's just say that this is some kind of home service like bathroom remodeling or kitchen remodeling client. Then just calculate my ROI, 44,000 monthly revenue left on the table. And obviously you're gonna put your own Go High Level SaaS monthly subscription fee to this section right here. And yeah, that's the ROI calculator. Super convenient to have in your website if you're selling missed call text back as part of your offer. Then the review calculator. By the way, I got all of these calculators in Go High Level's Facebook group. I didn't make them myself. I just stole them, to be honest with you. And yeah, there's a lot of sauce in that group, so be sure to join it. But we're just gonna delete this and paste this right here and preview it. Boom, here's the Google review calculator. Let's say my current review rating is 4 or 3.8, desired 4.7. and 50 reviews. Boom, fully functional. You don't have to do anything, just copy and paste this code into your website. Now you can use it as a selling point, maybe show a little demo of it when you're on a sales call with a client. Alright, let's start with the foundation of any good design in general, which is the background. Seriously, a boring white or in general black backgrounds, they can kill a website's whole vibe, so don't underestimate how much a well-suited background can do for a site's look and feel. So instead, try to add some gradients or AI-generated images in your background, because let's look at some generic Go High Level templates background and let's tweak it a little bit. Let's just do this SaaS consultation results. And by the way, I have a full Google Drive folder with like 30 different backgrounds and I'll keep adding more as time passes through. You can get it for free. Just join the Discord down below and go to the resources section. I'm gonna go there in just a second. So just go right here to website backgrounds, go to this Notion site and go to this Google Drive folder and select a background that suits you. Let's just do this one right here and download it. By the way, let me show you a few of these different ones. They are just AI generated, super simple. Let's take this one. Let's just download it real quickly. Go back to high level, go to backgrounds, image URL, and upload that file right here. And boom, wait. Let's just remove this and make the background color transparent and this section also. And another cool hack that you can do is set the opacity to first of all black and then to something like half fade or light fade. And boom, that looks so much better than a typical background that Go High Level's website templates gives you. So by doing this, the website just feels more welcoming and you will increase your sales if you add a good background. So that is probably the most important thing and the easiest one to implement that will increase your website's conversion for so little amount of time. Alright, then we will go through how to add gradient texts to highlight specific things. And before we actually get into it, don't go overboard, okay? This is probably one of the biggest mistakes I see a lot of beginners do. Just use the gradient text for your headlines or call to action sections, because too much and it can start to look like a unicorn exploded on your site. Seriously, when I first discovered this feature, I was spamming gradient text from left to right to every single section of my website, and it just looked cluttered. There was too much going on. So don't get freaky with the gradients, okay? You don't want to be seeing what a website that looks like it was designed by 6ix9ine, okay? Just keep it clean and classy and highlight specific things. But let me briefly show you how to do this. Once again, go to the Discord, go to the resources section, click right here to the Notion site, and there's just a few examples. I will keep adding and adding different kinds of gradient text. But for this example, let's just do this one right here. So what you're gonna need to do is just copy this code, go back to your high level. I'm just gonna do some random funnel, and let's just quickly do a little headline, and let's say I want to highlight this word right here. So what you're gonna need to do is make this bold. Make the word that you want to highlight bold, and then go back to custom CSS, copy that code, and this is a custom class. So what you're gonna need to do is, this is the custom class name, by the way, so you're gonna need to go to advanced and type in the custom class name, and there it is. Super simple. Once again, don't go overboard with this. Highlight a few specific things, and yeah, that's it. Super convenient to have in your website. I don't see anyone do this in the Go High Level space, because most people just don't have the time to do this. High level community is filled with bunch of business owners, so they don't have time, and that's why you're gonna get a head start if you start implementing these tricks that I'm gonna show you today. Okay, but then let's talk about buttons, because buttons are also a crucial thing to nail if you want to build beautiful websites. So what you're gonna need to do, at this point you should have already joined the Discord. Go to the Discord, go to buttons right here. By the way, there's a lot of free resources that I won't cover in today's video, so you will get a huge ROI if you join the Discord. Let's just do this one right here, this icy blue button one. So a new section, a button element, and what does it say? Just follow this guide. I'm gonna speed run this thing. So letter spacing -1, and the font was Inter. By the way, Inter is a beautiful font, you should be using it. And then font size 14, and the inner shadow was 0, 0, and 10, and I believe white, yeah, white. Inner shadow 0, 0, 10. Let's just make it white. And the outer shadow was 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 0, 2, 0, and you don't need to change color. And one thing I forgot to mention was that you need to do the rounded corners, so I'm gonna add it to the site after this video, but I'm just gonna show you how to do that. So go to border, full border, and I believe it's something like 15 pixels. Yeah, 15 pixels. And a cool hack, if you don't want this border to have the color, just click no border, and it still has the rounded corners. So then what we're gonna do is copy this code and add the custom class. So go to custom CSS, add the code, and once again go to advanced, custom class, and grad button. So there it is. It has this cool hover animation as well. Super cool. And there's tons of buttons which you can just copy and paste. So that's that. Let's move on to the checkout button. This one is huge, guys. I added this as a separate button because quite literally no one knows about this in the space, and it's one of the most important buttons on your site, because once a user purchases your product, if you're using GoHello's order forms, you just want to make the experience as dopamine as possible. I don't think that's a word, but let's just do a quick order form right here. One step order, and then again just join the Discord, guys. Go right here to the Notion site, and you can already see a little glimpse of it. Here's the instructions. Just add this to your custom CSS and customize these colors to match your brand colors. Go to your custom CSS and just paste the code. There it is, a beautiful button with this hover element. Alrighty, and then we'll move on to something more fun, which is adding confetti whenever a user does something such as book a call, or when someone signs up or completes a purchase. You know, just in general for your thank you page. And it's such a simple way to make your website feel more memorable, and you don't want people to feel numb after they're done something like book a call or bought something from you. You want to congratulate them in doing so, because people love that little dopamine hit when they accomplish something, and this is just a great way to give it to them essentially. So let me show you how to do this. Discord and Confetti splash the thank you page. So what you're gonna need to do is make a custom code element in the GoHello website builder. So type in code and paste this code, and again customize the colors to match your brand. So these colors right here, these are my brand colors. So open the code editor, paste the code, and let's preview it. And here it is. You essentially want to add this to your thank you page. Okay, cool. Then we'll move on to image slider with close. So here are the instructions. Make a custom code element once again. Let's just copy this one because I'm a lazy boy. Not a lady boy, I'm not from Thailand. And paste this code. Let's just paste that real quickly, and you would need to change these images. Wait, let me actually preview it real quickly so I can just show you what it looks like. So here it is. It automatically rotates, and once you hover over it, there's this little glow thingy. So what you're gonna need to do anywho is scroll down and change these images. For example, if you want to showcase photography projects or different kinds of websites that you've done, and let me actually show you how to do this, how to get the correct URL. You can do it inside GoHello, so let me actually do it. So go to your GoHello sub account, go to media storage, and just upload a picture that you want to have, and then just go right here, get a link, and let me show you. This is the correct URL. So go back right here and just change this to customize the images. Super simple, very effective if you want to showcase some images in your website. Once again, no one in GoHello community knows about this. There it is. Boom. And then we will move on to the last one, which is the most difficult thing to do, but I'm gonna run you through it. It's the infinite features section. So let me actually do it right here. Once again, I have the instructions in Discord. So first of all, what you're gonna need to do to make this easier is I created a funnel, and you would need to copy and paste this to your own GoHello. So let's add it to the test sub account that I've created. And by the way, this is super good to have in your website if you're a GoHello SaaS business owner and you want to showcase some of the main features in your software. So go right here to this funnel and go to layers and click on section. You would essentially need to copy and paste this and add it as a template so you can use it in your own website. So go to layers, page, section, and add it as a template. Name it whatever you want. Save section, and let's just do infinite features. Add it as a template, and then paste the template to your own funnel. So let's just do another step in this funnel and showcase you guys this. So once again, go right here and section templates and just paste it right here, And then you would need to copy this code down below to your custom CSS. And boom, there it is. And also it has this cool hover feature that's the whole thing stops when you hover over it. So the first hack that you must implement is use a simple layout with a lot of white space. What do I mean by that exactly? Well, let's take a look at one of my GHL SaaS light mode website templates. Now, as you can probably see, this website isn't cluttered with useless information as soon as the user lands in, or have any unnecessary stuff. It's super simple. Visitors will easily figure out what you're selling and how they can buy your solution. So in the hero section, it highlights that it's all-in-one AI-driven solution for your business, designed to make your life easier as a CEO. And then there's two buttons. There's Start Now, which redirects them to the pricing page, or Demo, where they can book a call to get a demo of your solution. And also, if you're designing a light mode website, don't use the normal light color, like I think it's FFF. Instead, use something a bit darker, like this. It just looks so much better in my opinion than using the normal white, so that's a small hack. I think Apple actually does this so well. Let's take a look. Yeah, in this section they don't use the normal white, so... Okay, so design a simple layout, don't make it cluttered with useless information, let the website breathe, use a lot of white space, it makes your website seem way more professional and more modern. But the next thing is also super easy to implement, and that is highlighting the most important things. Now, simply by looking at this website, when you first land in, where does your attention go towards? What's the first thing that you see if you look at this right now? Or now, if I scroll a bit down, where does your attention go towards? Well, it's obviously the highlighted different colored text or button. And here's the thing, when you're building a website, you have to make it so that the user doesn't need to think. You have to think for them essentially. So highlight the most important things in your website, and that is usually the book a call or start now buttons, or the most important words in the text. So let me briefly show you how you can add this blue gradient highlighted text to your website. Later down in the video I'm gonna fully show you how you can add more custom CSS to your website, but just for now I'm just gonna show you this because it's pretty simple to do. So join the Discord down below, go in the resources section and look for gradient texts and just open this. And here are instructions to different kinds of gradient text, so let's just choose this one. And obviously you can change the colors to whatever you like. And then go back to your website and let's just, for this example, change this. So you would have to go to custom class, and you would need to put gradient bold text v3 and then go to custom CSS and just paste that code right in. And as you can see, nothing has changed, but here's the trick, you have to make it bold. And that's super simple to implement into your website. It just gives that more modern look to it. So, and remember, do not go overboard with the gradients, okay? Do not make every single header with this effect, it's just gonna look horrible. The next one is for the web designers who are looking to build websites for multiple different industries, and it may seem pretty obvious, but I see so many people mess this up. So if you're not a web designer, if you're looking to build your local business website yourself, go check out my other video with top 5 features for local business websites. I go pretty in depth to, what makes a local business website convert more clients. But the third one is you have to customize your website to each industry. Now, if you're building a website, for example, a roofer or in general contractor, home service business, the website needs to speak their language, versus if you're building a website for a real estate agent or a travel agency, obviously the website's vibe needs to be a little different. For example, this guy makes over 100k per month selling websites to roofers. And let's take a look at their portfolio. And as you can see, the websites that they build for roofers are perfect for their industry. If you are designing a roofing website, for example, or like I said, home service, you don't need to have a lot of white space like Apple. You don't need to make it beautiful and modern, like for example for travel agencies or real estate agents. You gotta speak their language, you gotta set a vibe for their website. There needs to be a lot of information and use all caps, scream to the user. Let's take a look at my roofing website template made on Go High Level. Once a user lands on this website, they are immediately presented with I don't know how many times to contact the business, like 7 times, get a free quote, their address, and then there's this custom code thingy, which I also showcased in my top 5 feature for local business websites. So if you want to add this to your roofing website, make sure to watch that video. And I'm not using gradients or have any sort of cool hovers or animations. I personally like to scream to the user if I'm building a home service website. I use all caps, I tell them what the business does and what they're best at, and I stick to maximum 3 colors, okay? But on the other hand, if I'm building a website for a travel agency, I want to attack the visitor's feelings. I want them to get that desire to book in a trip, which is why in this template, header is experience journeys, not just destinations. And let me show you this other template I'll be working on. And in this other template, I added this plane flying in the background and this sunset vibe, as the background, and the hero section header is because some moments can't wait and life is too short to miss the places and memories calling their soul. So this is a completely different vibe and it's super important, yet so obvious, and so many people mess this up. So customize your website to each industry, learn about the specific industry as much as you can, look at website examples on Google Maps, just type in roofing contractor Las Vegas and look at the top guys and their website, and let's move on to the next one, which is including calculators in your website. So back to the technical stuff. Now I'm gonna show you how you can add different kinds of custom calculators inside of your Go High Level website. Now this requires some custom code, so the easiest way for you to add these is to join the Discord down below. You can literally just copy and paste the code. It's free, you don't need to opt into anything, you don't need to use my affiliate link. It's completely free, so let me show you how to do this. So once again, go to the resources section, click on this, and here are the instructions. So make a custom code element and just add this code. Let's just create a blank page, add a section, make a custom code element, and then just paste that code in. And let's just actually make this website background dark so it looks better. And boom, here's the calculator. Here's it live on a website so you can see what it looks like. Here's what it looks like on the website. Super easy to do. Need to copy and paste this code, and then there's 147, the subscription cost. So I'm gonna show you how you can customize it. So you need to go to the custom code and look for, just change anytime it says 147 to your subscription costs. And this is the most important thing. This is what actually goes on the back end of the calculator. Just change it to your subscription cost, save, and there it is. Super simple to do. This is also handy if you're on a sales call and you want to show the prospects how much they are losing time by not buying your services. You can just on the call go to your website, ask them how much 1 hour of their time is worth and how much they lose per week, and it literally shows you the ROI right here. Now the 5th one, the really fun part, at least in my opinion, is using custom CSS. You can literally customize all the visual parts of your website. This is the #1 hack to make your Go High Level website stand out. So let me show you a few of the codes that I have for you today. Once again, the codes are in the Discord down below, but let's just get into it. So I'm gonna show you 3 things. Number 1, how you can add different kinds of buttons using custom CSS. Number 2, how to add this blur effect to your navigation menu. Number 3, how to add this hover effect on images or cards. So number 1, how you can add different kinds of buttons. So just go to the resources section once again, go to buttons, and there's a lot of buttons. I'm just gonna keep adding more and more, but for this example, let's do this one, this icy blue one. So just copy the code, go to your website, make a new section, make a new row, add a button, letter spacing -1, font Inter, letter spacing -1, and the font is Inter, and font size 14, inner shadow 0, 0, 10, 0. So go to box shadow, make it inner, and 0, 0, 10. And what's the color? White. Just make it white. And then outer shadow 0, 0, 2. 0, 0, 2. So just put these to 0. Then go to custom class, type in grad btn, and then go to custom CSS and just copy this code right here. And there it is. And just change the copy to learn more. Obviously you can change the color if you want the color to be black or whatever, and you can change the border radius to, for example, 20, and then just no border, so it looks like that. So yeah, that's one of the buttons. I'm gonna keep adding more and more later down the line. But number 2 was how to add this blur effect to your navigation menu. So let's go back to the Discord, go to frosted navigation menu, and just add this code to your custom CSS. And I'm just gonna do a quick little navigation menu right here. And you have to make it transparent, like overlay. But go and copy this code, go to custom CSS, and then add frosted nav to the custom class of your nav bar. So go to advanced, custom class, copy and paste that code. And one thing I forgot to mention is you have to make it so it sticks to top on scroll, so when a user actually scrolls down, the effect will blur the background. So let's take a preview, and here it is. As you can see, it blurs whenever a user scrolls down. Super cool. If you like that techy modern feel to your website, and super easy to do. So the third one is adding hover effects to images or cards. So go to the Discord, find hover effect on images or cards, and you would need to essentially copy that code to custom CSS right there, and just add this to images or cards like I did right here. So add to this row on the custom class, and this, and this, and let me show you the effect actually. So it does this little hover effect and makes it larger. So pretty cool. Once again, obviously you can just copy and paste if you join the Discord. You can do whatever you want with this, use your imagination, but I like to do it on this bento grid. Now the last trick all depends on you, whether you like it or not, but me personally, I very much do like it, and that is making your websites dark mode. But once again, if you're building a website for a roofer, it needs to have a different vibe. It needs to be different. It needs to speak their language. But if I'm, for example, building my own website, I just like to make it dark. I don't know. It has that modern feel to it, and I don't know, I just like making my websites dark mode, my personal website, and good. So the first hack that we're gonna cover today is this cool little glow blur effect when you hover over a certain card, okay? So let me show you how you can do that. First of all, you need to make the actual card, so imagine this as your pricing section. Let's quickly make it look like one. Right, so imagine this has some text or your pricing or whatever. So what you're gonna need to do is join the Discord down below, go in the resources section, go right here and just copy this custom CSS code, and you can see the instructions right here. Then go back to your pricing section, go to custom CSS, apply that code, save, and apply the custom class, custom glow. Just go right here to advanced and custom class and just paste that right there. And then when you hover over the actual card, it will have this cool little effect. Alright, then the next hack is this little animation right here. So let's make another section. Let's add a row, element, button, and let's quickly make it look like this one right here. Right, once you've made your button, go back to the Discord, go right here, go to this Notion page and just copy this code and go back to Go High Level, go back to custom CSS, paste that code and apply the custom class button custom. So let's just copy that right there and go back to Go High Level, click on the button, go to advanced and custom class. And boom, obviously it looks better on different backgrounds, but yeah. The next one is this glow text right here. So let's just make another section, add a headline and go back to the Discord, go to this Notion page and just copy this custom CSS, go back to high level, custom CSS, paste that right here and copy the custom class code glow text, and it activates when you underline a specific word in your headline. For example, let's underline action and then just paste that custom class and boom. Super convenient to have if you want to highlight a specific word. And the next one is this underline button animation. So go back to the Discord, underline button and copy this code. Let's actually make that button real quick. Go to custom CSS, paste that code right in and apply the custom class underline button, and obviously the background needs to be different, and there it is. Now the last one, which is the AI ROI calculator. This is by far my favorite thing, including calculators in your websites. Let me show you an example of what it would look like. Here it is. Let's just quickly fill this out by the examples, so you can see how it looks like. And there it is. Super convenient to have in your website. And let me show you how you can do this. So go to the Discord, go to this Notion page, apply this HTML/custom code element in Go High Level. So let's do that. So add an element, code, and just apply that code right there. And one thing that is required is to change the pricing from 997 to your pricing, so the calculator works. But let's take a look, and here it is. I know this will be a... Alright, so the first one is this rotating text effect. It's super simple. Instead of having a boring static headline, you have this headline that changes automatically the words every few seconds. So like this: build Go High Level websites that impress, build trust, convert and feel premium. Okay, now why is it powerful? Well, it just gives that more dynamic and tech savvy feel to your hero section of your website, and your clients will feel super impressed. And using this in Go High Level will also add extra points because this is super premium and tech savvy. So let me show you how to actually do this. So first of all, you need to join the Discord down below and go in the resources section and go right here to rotating text and there's this Notion doc explaining all the steps and the code. So here are the instructions. First of all, you need to make a normal heading first. So let's add a section, add a row element heading, and let's do AI systems, and let's make the font size like 70. And then you need to add this custom code element right beneath the heading. So add a code block, paste that right in, and then you need to change the rotating words to your own liking and the gradient if you want to customize it and not have it be orange. So AI systems 4, and then let's take a look. And boom, there it is. AI systems for coaches, local businesses, consultants, and it has this awesome effect, and you can just literally copy and paste it right here, right now. The next one, which is glowing balls. Yes, glowing balls. Once again, go to the Discord, go to this Notion doc, and let's follow the instructions. Add custom code element. So let's do that. Code, and just paste this code, and actually have an error right here. I don't think you need to do anything else except just paste this code. And if you want to, you can change the colors of the balls. So I'm gonna show you how it looks. Here it is. It just makes your whole background and your website feel alive. In my opinion, it's just much better than a plain white background. You can have this on your hero section, and you can obviously change the right here, automation CRM chatbots. You can change it to whatever you want, and the colors also. So, and I quite like this because the movement catches the eye of the prospect and also makes your whole website feel alive. And you can also add testimonials or your company values right here. Now the third one, which is a animated review carousel. So go to the Discord, go to this Notion doc, and just follow these instructions. This one also has this forever never-ending animation of testimonials. And let's add a custom code element and just paste the code right in. So code, paste it in, and let's take a look right here. And this has this blur effect on the sides, which also makes it super clean and interactive. And once you hover over it, the effect stops. So yeah, instead of dumping all your reviews on one big block that nobody wants to read, it's super interactive. You can showcase your testimonials however you would like, and you can change them right here, change the name of the person and the actual testimonials right here. So yeah, that's the third hack. Let's move on to the fourth, which are the count up numbers. And so once again, go to the resources section, go to this Notion doc, add a custom code element once again, and just paste that code right in. Let's see, so you land on this page and the number actually ticks up from 0 when you land on it, and then it says these numbers. So you can also add this as a social proof to your website. You can showcase your numbers, showcase how many projects you've done, how many clients you've served. And this is super powerful because numbers tick person's mind. If you showcase how incredible you are as a business owner and how many clients are happy with this custom code effect, the prospect will convert much better. This is way more interesting than just typing in 1,000 coins served in a plain text. Okay, now the last one, the best one, which is the AI automation calculator. Okay, so let's take a look on how you can add this to your website. Obviously, once again, you need to make a custom code block. Just add this code to the custom block, and then let's see what you need to customize. Let's first of all take a look. Alright, so first thing first, here's how the calculator looks like. I tried to make it as Apple-like as possible, so with super clean UI, super easy to understand. Let's fill it out. How many repetitive tasks weekly? Let's just do the example of 50. How many minutes per task? Let's do 5. And how number of employees? Let's do 2. Average hourly wage per employee, and we're going to generate 500. And then let's see the results it gives us. Alright, so our AI automation impact, we would say roughly 17 hours per month, $600 per month in estimated money, and potential extra revenue 4K per month. And then the call to action to either scroll down to an element or book in a call with you. So what you need to customize then right here is the main title. You can add this, you can make it whatever you want, and then choose the subtitle. You don't need to customize anything other than that. And you know, if you have any tweaks you want to make, just go on to ChatGPT, paste that code and ask it to change it slightly, okay? Alright, that pretty much wraps up the whole video. Now if you want to get access to all of the code snippets that I showed you guys here today, please make sure to join the Discord down below. It's completely free. I have made a free website playbook with all of these snippets and other cool hacks that you can use to build premium looking go-hellable websites. But if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to this channel and like this video. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one.